Hi there, welcome to Unity Insights, a dedicated channel for beginners focused on teaching Unity. For our new viewers, myself Somnath Chowdhury and I am a professional Unity developer. Today's video will be very helpful as we are going to discuss about Unity UI's TextMeshPro input field component and I'll show you how to configure different events. If you are interested to know about Unity UI's TextMeshPro text, then a complete video is available where I have explained the properties and demoed how to change or update text at runtime. Do check it out. Input field is a very useful UI component. Whether you are planning for a registration or login form or any kind of application where users need to fill some data, for all of these cases, you can use input field. So in today's session, we'll discuss about how to create an input field, explore the properties, different type of input, and toward the end of this video, I'll create some public functions in a script and I'll show you how to connect those functions with different events. So let's jump into the editor and see all of this practically. Unlike other UI elements, you can right click in your hierarchy, go to UI and then select input field TextMeshPro. Automatically a canvas and an event system will generate. Now you have the input field here. If you select the input field, you can see there are components like rect transform, image and TextMeshPro input field. Inside this, there is a text area which shows where exactly the text should appear within this field. Inside text area, there are two text components. One is placeholder and another is text. Placeholder to use what exactly you want user to write within this input field. So here it is written enter text. If you want, you can change it to anything like enter name. And the text field is used whenever user enters, that text will appear here. Okay. Now let's go back to the root game object, which is TextMeshPro, and we'll analyze the components here. So first, rect transform is to use where exactly you want to show your input field. You can move your component toward X and Y. Okay, to the game object, you can move it within that range X and Y value. So let me reset it to 0, 0 so that it will come in the center. Next it comes the width and height. You can change the width. For example, if I try to keep 500 and the height around 800 or something, or maybe 80, it's a good number. Now you can see you can change the size of your input field here, right? And remaining all we have discussed in our rect transform video. You can refer to that video. Next comes the image component. Here you can change the color of this input field. For example, if I try to change something little reddish, now you can see it is immediately reflecting here. And here you have a image, the sprite. You can change the sprite as well, whatever you want based on your requirement. As of now, we are not going to change this. We'll revert it to white. Now the main part comes about TextMeshPro input field. Here the top till navigation, it is same as we have discussed in button. Okay, this is interactable to make it interactive or not. And the transitions, we have shown different transitions like color transition or sprite and animation. So all of this we have discussed in our button video. Now this text viewport, it will show what is the text area. Okay, let me change the color a bit so that we can see the area. Okay, now if you select the text area here, you can see there's a white line around it. So this is your text area, okay, where it has a padding around 10 units from the left, 10 units from the right, top around 7 and bottom 6. Okay, so there is a padding around that. Let's go back. Now next component is your text component, where exact your whatever user is entering, it will reflect here in this text component. Okay, and the same text will reflect here as well. So next comes around font part. In font, you can change the font if you want, right? Whatever font you want, you can change it based on your requirement. And the point size is your font size. Okay, as of now it is 14. Now you can see here as well, it is 14 and 14. You can change the font size here also, but a good place would be to change here, so that all your text, whatever you're entering, it will be in the same font. So now if I change it to 40, you can see here automatically it got updated, this font size. Okay, next is character limit. That means how many characters you want as a limit. For example, if you are using password and the character limit is somewhere around 10, so you can set it here so that it will not go beyond 10 characters, right? Let me show you in play mode. There is how it works in play mode. So now the character is 10 character limit. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Again, if I try to do anything else, it's not happening because we have set a character limit. Okay, now the next important part comes about content type, like what type of character can be shown here. Okay, so standard, which means all type of characters are allowed, including symbols. So there are multiple type of content. Okay, you can see in the list. The autocorrected, it also allows all type of input, but it will try to autocorrect based on your platform's support. For example, if you have a mobile device, if you're trying and if you're typing something, it might help you to autocorrect the word. Next is integer number, which allows only integer number within this text field, no other than input field. Next comes the decimal number, which allows a positive or a negative decimal value. Okay, and it will support only one dot, because a decimal can have only one dot, and a 1 plus or minus value. Plus is not required, only the minus value. Next is alphanumeric, which supports all characters with capital A to Z and small letter a to Z, along with 0 to 9. So alphanumeric, that. And the name allows it will try to capitalize your first letter. So suppose if you're trying to type a name, okay, and it will try to capitalize your first letter, and remaining all will be small. Okay, but there is a override. If the user wants to make the first letter also small, they can delete the capital letter and then manually they can do it as small letter. Next is email address. Email address, it supports email address, as in like it will support only one @ and after @ it will support only one dot. So in that way it will validate that it is a valid email ID. Next is password, which will hide your text, okay, with asterisks, and it will support different type of like alphanumeric symbols, all of this. So password can support everything, but it will hide the text. So next is pin. Pin is also same like password. It will hide the whatever user is entering, but here it is only allowed a numeric digits. Okay. So here you can see the list of content type and their supports, what all content type they support. So if you want, you can pause the video and have a look nicely, then we'll explain each of them. And the last one is custom, where user can define their own setting. So here you will get different properties as well, like line type, how the user wants, input type, whether it's a password, autocorrect or standard. Okay, keyboard type, so you will get different type of keyboard for this. Okay, and character validation, whether the character should be a digit or a number, the integer, decimal, alphanumeric. So based on that you can do the setup. Let's do it. Let's see how it works. So let me do it in play mode. So as of now, here the content type is standard. Okay, so I can type whatever I want. So let's say small letter if I'm typing my name. Okay, and now if I try to, let's say integer will not work. Let's say try to do it in name, right? And now if I try to again write something, so that is standard where everything will be small until you define separately. But name, if I'm trying to write something, now you can see without making the first letter capital, because of this name content, my first letter automatically become capital, right? So that's how the name works. So let's stop it. Now let's see. Autocorrect, definitely it will not work in editor because we don't have anything to autocorrect. Let's see integer number, how it works, and play it. So integer number should take only digits, right? So if I try something else in the keyboard, nothing happening. But if I try to write something in digit, it is supporting. Okay, let's stop it and let's see about decimal number, how it works. So decimal number means you can have positive negative number, same like your integer, you can have positive or negative number. Okay, here let's say we are putting 1 2 dot 3 4 something. Again if I try to put dot, it's not allowing. Okay, because it will support only one dot. Okay, next comes alphanumeric, which should be like capital or small letter A to Z and the digits. So let's say if I put small letter A, okay, capital letter A, small letter S, capital letter S, okay, that's all fine. 1 2 3 I'm putting. But if I try to put shift 2, that is at the rate, it's not happening. Okay, so no other symbols are allowed here if I try to put anything else. Okay, that's alphanumeric. Okay, name we just saw, the first letter will be capital. Email address, now let's see how the email address works. So if I try to put something, let's say som at the rate absd, again try to put at the rate, it's not taking, definitely it should not take, and there is a dot, and ds, again if I try to put dot, it's not taking. Okay, so it will take one at the rate, and after one at the rate there should be one dot. That's how it validates. Okay, next is password. Okay, let's see how the password works. So here all the text whatever I'm entering, so let's say som, right? So you can see here it is all asterisk, but here in the value you can see it is som as the password. Okay. Okay, let's see pin. So pin should take only digit, not letters. So this will be more useful if you have a OTP or something. So in that case it will be more useful. So let's say if I'm trying to write something, nothing is happening in the keyboard, but if I try to put some number 1 2 3 4, which you can see here in the text, and it is hiding my text with asterisks. So this is how pin works. And the custom, definitely it will as of now these all are fine whatever we use, but if you have a different concept for your text field, you can definitely play around with these values. Okay, what type of single line, multiple line, all of this, and you can explore. Let's go back to standard. So now the next property is placeholder, where it takes the placeholder component, text component, and we just explained the placeholder is to show what exactly user need to enter. For example, it is written enter name, so here it should be like whatever you want to show. Okay, so that's placeholder. And where is my next, it is saying vertical scroll bar. So if you have a big input field and if you need a scroll bar, okay, let's do it. Why not to try? Let's say I want to make it 800. Okay, now this is quite big, and I want to add a right click in the input field, select UI, and then select scroll view, right? That is what it is mentioned. It is where it is vertical scroll bar. Okay, not scroll view, scroll bar I need to enter. right click UI and a scroll bar. Okay, now this is your scroll bar, which is center of the input field. Now you can change the scroll bar from left to right, right to left, bottom to up, and top to bottom to top, and top to bottom. Let's say I changed it here, and now I'll change it. I'll try to keep it at the right side. So I'll select this one, shift, pressing shift again, click this one, and pressing alt again, click this one. So it will fill here. Now this is your text area, right? Now let's try writing something. Okay, so as of now it is standard single line, so it will not go multiple line. So let's change it to multiple line, multiple new line. Okay, and try to write something and see how this works. Okay, so before that I made a mistake. Here you need to assign your scroll bar. Okay, just drag and drop your scroll bar here, and your sensitivity is 1. Okay, that's fine, whatever default it gives, we are happy with that. Now let's say we are writing some name. Okay, enter. Okay, it's not writing anything else. Let's see what happened. Okay, here. Okay, my mistake. So we have a character limit, right? So we need to remove the character limit. Okay, it was 0 means unlimited character. Okay, so we made a character limit to 10, so that's why after third line it didn't write anything. Now let's say writing. Okay, right, keep writing and writing. Now you will see, if I try to maximize it. Okay, now you can see the right side scroll bar, how it's changing, right? Now you have a scroll bar which shows like, okay, top to bottom you can see. So this is how you can use your scroll bar. Okay, next comes, what's that? Okay, so this is because of this new line we made. So now there is another option. This is single line, which will take only one line. Multi-line submit. What it does, that means if you write something and press enter, it will submit your value. Okay, let's say ASD, and if I press enter, right, again if I press enter, now it got selected. Now you have to, so that means first press it will submit the value, and second press it will select, and then you can write again, right? Once submit, you can see that caret is not there. You can see it here. Okay, selected. Yeah, so this is multiple line. This is how it works. So one click, it will change. One enter. Okay, let's change it to single line. So we understood till scroll bar, and the sensitivity is like how while scrolling your mouse up or down, how fast your text should go up or down. So that is how this sensitivity you can change the value. Next is comes the blink rate, caret blink rate. So whenever you are clicking your text field, whenever you are selecting it, you can see here when caret comes, you can see the line. This is your caret. This is called your caret. Okay. So now this is a blinking rate is like 0.85. If you want, you can increase the blink rate. Now see how fast it's blinking. Okay, 0.24. Or if you want to slow down, so now it will slow down like very slowly, it will blink. So you can play around with this value based on your requirement. Now comes caretwidth. So as of now, you can see the caretwidth is 1. If you want, you can increase the character width. Okay, let's say 5. So now you can see so thick it's looking. Okay, and the next property is your custom caret line. So as of now, you can see it is by default it comes as a black. But if you want, you can change the color as well here. I can see I'm showing red. Okay, like full dipped red. You can see, and there is a. Okay, so this is how this color comes. Now it comes selection color. Okay, let's write something. Okay, and the selection color is like whenever you are clicking outside of your this input field, and if you are trying to select the text again, what color it comes, you can see this is a sky blue color. You can change the color. Let's say I'll try to keep something yellow. Now you can see, you understood which part I'm talking about. So this is your selection color. So let's revert back. So this is how this is your selection color works. Now it comes to your control setting. In control setting, on focus select all, it is checked, right? So whenever you are typing anything in your text field, okay, let's write something ASD, okay, and if you click outside and again select the text field, it will select the whole text, right? So this is because the checkbox is on. Let's see if the checkbox is off, what happens. So that means it should not select the text. So I'm writing something, okay. If I click outside and click again, now my text is not selected. Instead my cursor is at the end or wherever I want. Okay, if I select outside and keep my cursor somewhere here, the cursor will directly go there. It will not select the text. Okay. So on focus, so whenever your text field is focused, so select all text or not. So this is this checkbox. Reset on deactivation, that means whenever you are typing something, okay, let me play. So what I understood here is the ASD if I type and if I select this text suppose and click outside, my text field is selection is gone. But if I disable it and play something, okay, let's try one more time. Select ASD and if I select and click outside, now see that my selection is still selected. Okay, so if I type something, it will nothing gonna happen because this is not in focus. So this is for resetting whether your selection should be reset or not. Restore escape key. Okay, let's see whatever you are typing. Okay, let's focus it. Type. Okay, and now click outside and click inside again. It got selected. And let's try to remove and write something else and try to press escape. Now you can see whatever my last written text was there, it will appear. Okay, so let's do it one more time. And because my last selection was, let's say this is my current text. If I select outside and then again select, remove it and put something else and press escape, so whatever my last selected before losing focus, that will appear here. Okay, restore on key, restore on escape key. Okay, hide soft keyboard, this is for mobile, maybe some different kind of platform where soft keys are available. Same thing for this hide mobile input as well. So as of now we cannot cover this two in editor. Read only is just to read the text. Okay, let me first try writing something and then we'll try to enable the text. Okay, this is my text. Now if I try to enable, okay, and now if I focus and try to write something, now you can see my caret is not seen. Okay, I can select the text but my caret is not seen because it is a read only text. Now if I disable it, now my caret is seen again and now again I can write. Okay, now it supports rich text as well. So if you have a text where you can you want to show a rich text, for example, if I press color equals to red and then type something. Okay, so this is how your rich text LOR bracket. So this is my name, it is in red color because I have kept here, you can see here, this is my rich text. Okay, and after that again if I try to write something, because it is within that range, so it will show as a red text. Now here next option is allow rich text editing, it is disabled. So now if I try to delete this text, all the text, now still you can see red and this whatever HTML tags are there, that is seen in your text field, but here it is nothing can be seen. Okay, so if we allow this rich text editing, now whatever rich text you will, okay, let me first clear everything so that we can show it firstly. Allow rich text editing is on now. Now let me put color equals to red, and then close the bracket and then write again and close the bracket and first slash color. Fine. Now if I try to edit the text, I can see that color is scheme because the HTML tags are seen because of this allowrichtextediting. Okay. Now you can change it whatever you want to change. The rich text editing. This input text field, it provides 4 events, right? On value change, on edit, on end edit, on select, and on deselect. Okay. So we can connect our script and we can trigger these events. So let's do it practically. So we already have a UI manager script. It is open. So let's write something for on value change. So we'll write a public void value update. So whatever you want your method name, you can type anything, and then whenever your text is updating, okay, so we want to check what's the new text is coming. Okay, for that I'll take the public, and before that TextMeshPro is here. Okay, tmpro and TextMesh, let's say input, tm input field. Okay, this one, and we'll take a direct reference if I eld. So whatever text I'm getting here, so I want to print that in my console. Okay, let's say this input field dot value or input field dot text. Okay, so whatever value it's coming, text under this, it will show in the console. Okay, that is one. Second, we want to see public void next event is our on end edit. Okay, end edit. So what should happen whenever you are ending that edit? So here I'll put, so that we'll understand, value update. Okay, so that we can see in the initials, and then we'll copy the same thing and we'll put here end edit. Okay, so whatever text is there, it should show in the console. Next we'll see public void on select, right? So select, we'll check select text field, and what we'll do, while selecting, we'll write the text here. So you can do many things actually. You can change the font, you can show some tooltip, all this stuff. And here we'll show select text field. Let's copy this method name itself, and we'll do the same for deselect. Select, and we'll put deselect. Same we'll do here, deselect text field. Okay, so in every case it should return me the whatever text is there. Now save it, and let's head back to Unity, and we'll create a empty game object so that I can keep my script here. So I'll name it as script, and then I'll just drag and drop here. Now it's asking input field because we have kept it as a public input field. Let's put this one here, drag and drop the input field, and now in input field we'll click on value change, click here plus icon, drag and drop the script game object, and from the UI manager we'll see what was the method name, I think value change, value update. Okay, and for on edit again we'll drag and drop the game object, and here end edit we'll select because it is on end edit. Now on select, quickly we'll do the same thing, done, and then where's my select text field, and here it should be on deselect text field. Okay, so deselect text field. Okay, let's see in the console and play it. So this is playing now. Now if I select, now it's showing select text field, but the text is empty. Okay, let's say I write something. So each time I'm writing a new letter, it's showing in the value update S, SOM, SOM, SOMN, like that. Okay, if I put some more, it will show like that. So every time you entering any value or you removing any value, it's updating in the value change. Okay, now whenever you deselect, that means you lose focus from your text field. So now it calls what is there in the text field. On deselect it calls first, then it calls up on edit. Okay, so this is how you can use. So now we can see the test cases where we can utilize this. So on value change, this you can check whenever you are entering a password, okay, and you need to check whether this password should be matched with like capital letter, one small letter, one number. All this you can check under this on value change. Okay, so you can have all these check boxes and you can tick mark whenever user is entering the value. On endedit, you can use this for like if you have a big database where you are holding users username or something, and then you can cross check whether that username is already there in the server or not. Okay, so on endedit we'll check, send a call check to the server whether the username is available or not. On select, whenever you are selecting it, you can show some kind of tooltip, like what exactly user need to write, because here we are just writing enter name. If you want to add some more data, you have to write your first name or you have to write your last name, something like that. And on deselect, probably you can save the data in your local server, or in your server you can send some data. So in those cases you can use on deselect. Thank you for your time and patience. The video might become little long, but hopefully you got some insights about input feed component, and I'm able to explain the properties and show how to write a simple script to trigger different events. Now based on your requirement, you can write your own logic. For any doubt or question, please comment down below or send me your query via email, which is displaying on the screen. Feel free to book a one-on-one discovery call if you need any guidance or mentorship. The link is displaying on the screen as well as mentioned in the description. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning.